what's up? I am Alex Xavier. This one right here is
Quitzer.
And welcome back to the Nomikai podcast.
Nomikai.
And we're back in action, baby. And to celebrate Margarita Day, we are going to be drinking some dun-da-da.
Margaritas.
Yep, gold margarita. That's what I'm going to call it. Now, of course, the margarita already had. This is actually pre-made margarita, and it already does have alcohol in it. It has tequila, it has Jose Cuervo inside of it. Now, but we saw the level of alcohol in it, and we were not impressed. We were like only 12%.
About 12.7%. You know, it's a pre-made drink, so they probably put just a little bit of alcohol in there, mixed it up with some, you know, liqueur, a juice.
Exactly. So
what we decided to do is say,
boom,
more liquor needs to be added to it.
And to be a little bit surely accurate, we made sure we got the exact same thing that was already mixed into it, the same exact tequila that was already mixed within the margarita. Well, we hope it's exactly the same one because, you know, I only picked this one because it was gold.
We're about to find out.
You know, so, and this is a gold margarita, so we're presuming that they're the same exact thing.
And this is also kind of new. You guys have never actually seen us open these bottles before. I mean, freshly open them and not have drinks already pre-made. So this is really our first drink of the night. This is not the test drink. This is not the second drink. This is the first drink of the evening.
And I am an eager beaver. That being said, of course, this is being actually made the day after Margarita Day, unfortunately, because my stomach was not doing really good Friday.
Yeah, we got a little fucked up on Friday. Before we were thinking about filming, like, we got real fucked up.
And it was weird because it wasn't like more than like we've had more.
Oh yeah, we had way more.
And be like fucked up, or not even fucked up. We'll be still decent. Like we'll be getting like, you know, return.
It smells like orange juice, doesn't it?
Well, they do use oranges. That's so.
I know, but it's like it just smells legitimately like orange juice. Like I could probably just drink this straight.
Yeah, honestly, actually, I want to taste it also after we finish this one. Taste it without like even the tequila. See how it tastes alone.
All right.
I'm kind of curious about that.
We can do that.
But anyway, yeah, literally. Hey, you shut up. Anyway, we literally like I don't know. Like today has not been our day. Let me just put it like that. Also,
it's been a weird day.
Yeah. Okay. So Friday we would have recorded, but my stomach was just a mess. It was just not feeling good. I felt awful, and I didn't understand why. Maybe because of something I ate earlier.
I could have been.
You know, just not sitting in my stomach right, or something, and then now it being mixed with alcohol just didn't make it better, or something. I don't know. Maybe just because I did drink a lot, but I've drinking more and felt fine before.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So it was really weird experience.
I told you should have eaten because after I ate, I felt so much. I felt so good. I passed out like someone kissed me and tucked me in at night.
Like the thing is, I couldn't even.
No one did though.
I'm sorry, but no, I couldn't even eat. I couldn't even. I didn't have the strength to literally eat. Like I felt that like bad. Like my stomach was really messed up. And also I did the same thing, except, you know, because I felt awful. I just like passed. I didn't even make the bed. Like I didn't even make the futon. I didn't even get the futon all ready and whatever, like usual. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to KO right now.
Yeah, I know. He literally did. He just laid on my my futon / ottoman, and don't worry, I'm not performing a magic trick. I'm getting comfortable. Like, what is he doing with this red scarf? It's like, don't worry, it's a blanket.
But yeah, I literally just plopped right. I fell right into it, and I was like, I'm not doing it. I can't even make the bed. I literally just passed out right there. I'm gonna sleep. He threw the blanket towards me, and I was just like, all right.
Yeah, I did. I literally just laid a blanket on top of him because it's like, you know what? He's not moving. I don't feel like getting him up, so this is what's gonna happen. And
I literally just passed out like that, and all I do is I wake up, slightly move, and then Mavik's right behind me on my butt, and I'm like, bitch.
Since when?
It happened like when I woke up. I was like, what are you doing? I was like, because I moved over and he was like, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, Maverick, what are you doing? I was like confused. I was
like, why are you laying?
I almost got confused.
Do you not see how little room I got, dog? Damn.
I can't have anything in this place. I don't live there, but I like to make it seem like I do.
I know, right? It's like, damn it, I can't even get the tiniest sliver amount of couch. You have to come lay with me.
Like, usually when I have the bed set up, I don't mind it. It bothers me whenever I try to move and then the blanket gets tugged and I'm like, what the fuck? And then Maverick's there, but
Yeah.
But I get heated when I have that small space. Just slightly move, bump into him with the slightest movement. I was like, what?
Ooh.
Oh.
That smells strong. Maybe we should have tried it first. Oh well. Regrets for later.
Yeah.
Let's figure this out.
Oh man, but for real, I was smashed. And then we were gonna actually record earlier today. We were gonna record.
Kind of reminds me of Bohemian Summer.
Oh really?
Yeah, from Paloma. I'm
Yeah.
sure you do try that.
Okay,
That
yeah,
sounds pretty
I
good.
will try it momentarily. But we tried to record earlier today. We were like, you know what, we're gonna do it earlier today, and also it's gonna be in the middle of the day. We're not gonna have to set up lights.
That didn't work out.
We're not gonna have to deal with like a lot of problems at recording. The thing is, recording wasn't even the problem for us. Just a lot of bad things outside of recording became a problem. Like he had a problem with his card, and
My bank was being stupid.
Yeah.
We couldn't find a splitter that we were looking for.
And we spent maybe 20 minutes looking for it, and
Yeah.
then we stopped by GameStop, and that problem happened, and it was
It just seemed it was just a lot of barriers and hurdles
Yeah.
that kept popping up.
And then by the time
I think the best thing though is that guys do not trust Best Buy employees 100%.
don't.
Just because they do not exactly know what they're talking
Not
about.
all of them do.
Not all of them do. We had a guy, we went in there, asked her about the splitter. It's an Insignia 5-way 6-inch splitter. So we asked the guy about it. He was like, "Oh yeah, she said we're out of the brands." But if you check Target, Target probably has it. And we were like, oh, "Okay, cool." So we go to Target, go to their audio section, look at all their splitters. We're still not finding it. So we're like, "Hey, do you guys happen to have these? Do you happen to have more?" And literally the Target guy looked at us like we were crazy. Like, we don't have Insignia. That's a Best Buy exclusive brand. It's like, oh, so you mean it's the guy at Best Buy told me to come get something I can't fucking get from y'all?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, awesome.
Awesome. Either that guy was being a dick, or he got his job through luck.
Or no, I'll be nice. Maybe he just didn't know.
I'm sorry. If you work for Best Buy, you should definitely know what fucking brands you sell and are not sold anywhere else.
I'm just trying to be.
Okay.
You should.
You really should. It's like, I know for a fact that I know what coffee brand we sell, and I know for a fact that we're one of the only few that sell. Yeah, it smells strong, but when you taste it, it's kind of delicious.
I know.
Oh yeah, just so we also don't.
So strong, but
It's strong.
I fuck with it.
But yeah, just so we don't pass out up here because it's kind of late. We're drinking also Monster, not sponsored, just got energy drinks. We also got Red Bull downstairs, so quite literally we just got energy drinks.
Yeah, I got it mainly because usually what I like to do when I'm here is while he's working, I go to a bar, and then I drink there, and then I'm like smashed, and I'm full of energy still when I'm drunk. So like when I'm drunk, I have energy that just decides to show up, and I'm just like, let's do it until like I stop moving, and then I lose all my energy and I just die there. But this time I didn't drink. Actually, I did have one drink, but it was given to me because of someone made a wrong order.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, "Hey, you want this?" I was like, "Okay, sure." And I sipped the hell out of that.
Sip the hell.
Like, dude, I had that drink for about 2 to 3 hours. It was a cup like about the same size as this. I literally sip every once in a while, just sip, and I was like, all right, whatever. And I kept getting more rounds of water. And whatever.
Ooh, excuse me. Sorry.
Because I'm just basically trying to make my body feel better and not to feel worse ever again.
Yeah.
After that, like I learned my lesson just from that terrible stomach. I'm like, you know what? I'll probably just like chill. I'm like, cause I drink a lot.
Yeah, we do.
But
I mean, I'm almost done with my drink right now. We just poured this.
But I'm literally sipping out of fear now. Ever since of like that feeling, like I never felt, even when I threw up, like weeks ago, that didn't feel as bad as I felt last night.
Yeah, honestly,
Really?
throwing up felt kind of easy.
Yeah,
It was one of those things where it was like,
yeah.
I actually kind of need to expel this. So it was like, I was like, there we go.
Like, and then like
feel much better.
like I was like,
I feel
oof.
better.
I was like, oof, and then But then, like, last night, I was like, I didn't know why. I was feeling so tired and my stomach was hurting. I was like, what is happening to my body? What caused this?
I don't know. What did we have? We had, I think it may have been the alcohol that we were drinking.
Yeah, we had, I had 2 Alice's cup of tea from the house, and I had 2 Quakes.
For those of you that don't know, Alice's cup of iced tea is basically just a Long Island iced tea. So he had 2 of those. I had 1, and then I had a rum and Coke. And then we left and went to Scum and Villainy Cantina. It's a Star Wars themed bar here in Hollywood.
Hashtag not sponsored yet.
We're not, but we do go to that bar a lot, and we love that bar.
They know we're going to be there every week.
Yeah, they kind of already got used to us being there like every weekend. So
yeah,
that's literally our bar. We had, what, 2 Quakes?
Yeah, 2 Quakes.
We had 2 Quakes when we got there, and a Quake is just like a shot of multiple alcohols that's been sweetened.
Yep.
And so
it's really good.
I don't know exactly what type of alcohols, but when you think about a Long Island iced tea being a mixture, and then rum and Coke, and then, well, for me, rum and Coke, and then for him, Quake, which is just another crazy mixture of alcohol, it kind of just sits in your stomach funny. Like, we both were feeling in our stomachs like, ugh.
Weirdly enough, I usually drink those too regularly. So that's why it threw me off, like, when I was actually feeling awful, because I'm like, I usually drink these just, like, on a regular.
Yeah, but you also got to remember that when you do drink them, you only have, like maybe 1 Alice's cup of iced tea, and then you go to the cantina and start downing Quakes, and then by that time, you get fucked up enough to the point where it's like, yeah, we're not doing anything. We're going to lay down and fall asleep.
True. I'm gonna.
So I guess the second cup of Alice's cup of iced tea just...
It added way too much.
It added way too much.
It added way too much where my stomach didn't feel good. Oop, be careful. Your cup.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna say your cup because you kept leaning your phone like your cup. I'm just like. But yeah, anyway, let's hurry up and get into the main point of this series. In the first place.
We're actually good.
Yeah, we're good.
We got to ramble for a little bit more. We'll still be able to ramble for a little bit.
Damn right. That's my favorite part.
So, currently we are just now entering the segment of anime. So, to start things off, I will be telling you, because we're doing things a little bit differently this time around.
We're doing something a little funny.
We're doing something a little different. So, we're going to be telling you about recommendations of anime and manga that you but maybe that you, if you kind of follow the same interests that we have, should not really check out.
I'm basically saying you should not watch the show. I don't care if you like it or not. I'm still going to say you should not look. Because I'm just that abrasive when I get into it. I'm passionate on what is garbage.
For me, I'm more, as you all have probably already told, you got the devil and the angel.
No, it's so true.
He'll lay into a show. He'll give it all the hell it needs to give. I'll at least make it so that it's like, yeah, I don't enjoy it, but if you find something about it interesting, check it out.
I legit had to explain to one of his friends from another bar that I'm the mean one. She said, oh, that's me. I'm like, oh, you sure? I'm pretty mean. Pretty mean. I'm nice when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Sober me, oof.
Sober is a little bit of a dick.
Yeah, I'm a big dick. I'm a big dick, I tell you what.
However you want to take that, buddy. However you want to take that.
I don't take dicks.
So,
okay, go ahead.
To start off this anime segment, as you all know, new, veteran, and then for mangas, new, veteran. Now, the anime that I'm going to not recommend that you guys watch is Girls Bravo.
What? That's what you're doing?
Yeah.
What?
Because the reason why I'm letting you guys not telling you guys not to watch Girls Bravo is because quite literally, this anime's entire story is about a man who has genophobia?
Isn't that like something with vagina?
No, it's literally like genophobia, gynophobia. It's something like that. It's basically he has a phobia of women. He's afraid of women.
Oh, so he's afraid of vagina.
And the entire anime is about how this guy is getting constantly surrounded by women.
That's a great premise.
It's just a random ass harem about this guy getting in all these weird situations with women. One of them being an alien that comes from like some other world where it's literally a planet of only women.
Oh.
One being a childhood friend that just barges into his house whenever the fuck she wants to.
No respect.
Which would be taking a shower, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna go use my shower. I'm gonna go use my bathroom because it's my bathroom in my house. So you know, he go open the door. She's naked as fuck, and then he gets punched out, and it's like, bro, what are you doing in my bathroom?
I remember that scene. I think
and
that
so
was the scene that pissed me off.
She was like, well, the bathroom in my house is broken, so I had to come over here and use yours. Bitch, you couldn't have told me? You couldn't have left a note on the door? Couldn't have fucking texted me so that when I woke up in the morning, it's like, oh, okay, she's using my bathroom right now.
Oh.
I guess I'll give her some time. No, he just woke up, went to use his bathroom in his house.
I remember the scene because I got heated at that scene.
And she was just in there like, what? You pervert! And it's like, what? You bitch! This is my house! Get the fuck out of here!
This is break and entering.
So, yeah. That's part of the reason why I would not recommend watching Girls Bravo. I got really heated there for a second. Because that scene is honestly irritating as fuck.
It
like,
pissed me off,
if that
too.
ever happened to any other guy, that would have been a fight. That would have been a domestic abuse charge waiting to happen. Like,
No, it'd be self-defense because trespassing. And,
oh yeah, trespass. Oh yeah, so it would have been self-defense. It would just been like, hey,
breaking and entering. You know.
She shouldn't have fucking walked in here. She's the one to start a fight. I ended that shit. I ended it and her. She ain't gonna be coming back to my house to be showering for no reason.
No, it's funny.
Tell you that much.
I thought you were gonna recommend this show to watch just to spite me later. I always thought I always thought you were gonna say this show to spite me later after I talked so much shit about it.
I would honestly, I would not recommend. I would not
funny.
recommend it for anyone that is into general romance inside of an anime, and
Even if you
I
like
also would not
harems,
recommend it to
like-
anybody that really enjoys comedy, because the comedy inside of Girls Bravo is lewd comedy. It's literally everything in it is sexualized. There's episode 3.
Or is that the banana scene?
Episode 3 of Girls Bravo. Quite literally, they have about 5 minutes of this alien girl that discovers bananas. She discovers a banana, just a regular ass banana, and she falls in love with the flavor of it to the point where the guy, the seller, the trader, the merchant, however you want to call him, was gonna let her try some of the banana. So he peeled it for her and was about to give it to her. But instead of her just taking it like a normal human being and eating it like a normal human being, she grabbed hold of it, started to kiss the tip of the banana. You can already see what this is leading up to, all right? You know, if you're kind of vivid imagination, you kind of already tell that's like, it's leading to a fellatio-looking scene, but with an actual fucking banana. And of course, everybody in the market, every guy in the market is watching it like.
Didn't she also just bite it down too?
No, she literally sucked it until it was gone.
Okay, that was
She didn't even chew it. She just literally just sucked it until it was she enjoyed it.
I remember there's a similar scene in this other anime. I can't remember. It was just somebody with a chocolate covered banana. It was like everyone was like, and then like she like, and then
Yeah, that's the martial arts one.
Igitosen?
No, I can't remember what it's called. It's the one where it's the same premises.
Yeah.
It's one guy, multiple girls.
Yeah.
But they all go to a school, and his One-san is like the strongest fighter
Yeah.
of them all. He's decent, and then he's got all these other women that are, they have their own quirks and whatnot. But the only thing he really cares about is his hermit crabs.
Oh, okay, whatever.
You don't remember that guy?
No, I don't. I remember. I just remember the scene. I never even watched the show.
There was a spear user.
I really didn't watch the show.
This actually wasn't too
I
bad.
didn't watch it. I saw the scene in like some. I was watching some clips and shit.
Yeah, it wasn't too
of,
bad. Like that
funny
one, that
scenes.
one's better. Like the comedy in that one's actually comedy. I can't.
Yeah, that's what I dead ass laugh with the whole scene. I was like, really another fan service? And she like trumped it down. I was like, oh, okay, that's different.
That's different. Yeah.
I was like,
If I can remember the name of that one, I will mention it next week.
Mhm.
But if not, some other time. But Back to Girls Bravo is, I would not recommend it just because it's really not. It really has not a whole lot of action. It doesn't. The comedy is very fluid. The story's pretty weak, and honestly, the character development is
Non-existent.
basic. It's very basic. You got your ditzy pink-haired girl that doesn't really understand things. You got your tomboy tsundere.
Yep.
Who
Blonde, right?
No, she's not even blonde. She's brown hair. She's brown with short. She's got brown hair and it's short.
Oh, that's underwhelming.
She's quite literally a tomboy, just who's a tsundere.
Well, yeah, this was early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. I'm sorry.
Like I said,
I'm thinking about like 13.
No, like literally, Girls Bravo. The
2002?
character development is very basic.
Yeah, 2002.
It's
right?
very basic development. You got your loli, that is
It's
kind of
older than everyone else.
It's kind of older than everyone else, but it also spacey.
Wow.
You know what I mean? How
Yeah.
how they always make. For some reason, it's always lolis that they just give that like lifeless stare to.
Yeah, look at
And when they smile,
Blendess.
it's like when they smile, their eyes stay the same, but they just go.
Blendess. That show is great. I can't wait. I'm gonna recommend that at some point. But
That's all it is. So their eyes never move.
And they're always showing.
There's
this,
never any
oh,
lifeless. There's never any life there.
They,
Just
and they always get the scene where, like, when something shocking or awkward happens, it shows them having that blankless stare. Different colors, just only color background, and it has like the dots show up. The
and
periods.
the dots show up.
Dot.
Or when they're like really surprised, they just open their mouth, just. It's like, really? That's what you call surprised?
Just, oh my. I'm startled.
That's like, are you really surprised, or are you placating my emotions?
Are you actually surprised, or is this the emotion you know you should be? You're trying to make
Are you
it
just
happen.
like, I know I should probably feel this way, so let me just project that out there. Yeah, no. Girls Bravo is just it's a pretty. I mean, if you do like lewd jokes, if you do like tons of fan service, if you enjoy silly characters and story development, check it out. If not, don't. Stay far away from Girls Bravo. You do not actually need to watch Girls Bravo.
Nay.
There's nothing in Girls Bravo
Nothing
that is
substantial.
actually enriching to an anime experience. It's quite literally just, it's almost everything bad that comes with an anime, which is sometimes there'll be too much fan service. Sometimes characters just have way too many problems that you're like, what the fuck, man?
And they're always weird problems that no one should really have.
Yeah.
Like there are always problems where I'm like, really? This is I'm like
this is an issue?
like
It's like,
I'm failing, like study, bitch.
I'm like, it's like, I'm failing in all my classes. Will you help me? It's like,
Why you show me your tits?
it's like,
I'm
okay, number one, bitch, you can study. Number two, what am I supposed to do with this situation?
Because this isn't what's to happen.
You still haven't even told me what you would actually really want from me in this situation. Like, do you want me to do your homework for you? Do you want me to help you study? Because you want me to help you study. We don't need to have this breast-to-eye communication.
The whispering eyes.
The whispering eyes.
Oh. All right. I'm ready.
All right.
You ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been actually kind of waiting to see what
We're going to continue hating the lewd harem right now. Yeah, We're not done talking shit right now about ecchi harems. Because you know what's next? I'm not going to recommend, yeah, you should see this coming, Kiss X Sis. Fuck that show. He knows I hate this show. I've hated this show for about 5 to 6 years. Consistently hate this show.
Now, I won't lie. I agree. With the fact that he does hate this show, I also do agree that you don't have to watch this anime.
You don't. No, not you have. Don't need to. You don't need to. You don't have to. You shouldn't. You should avoid it as much as possible. If someone's like, "Hey, what you watching?" Kids, I said, you grab that laptop and throw that bitch away. And like, we ain't watching that in this house. Like, this is my house. Like, I don't give a damn. Like,
You know, I'm gonna let you go ahead and continue, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna sip on this some more.
Okay. The first time I discovered this series, the only main reason I kept watching it was because it gave me a boner at like 15. I was like, I like boners, so I was like, I'm gonna watch it. Worst thing is, all right, now, okay, okay, now, then, you know what I did? As I got into more anime again, I got myself a little bit, because at one point I was having like a downslope on anime, where I was just like, there's not, like, you know, I would say an elitist, where I was like, oh, I don't know, a show's worth my time. You know what I mean? Like that all the problem, should I watch the show? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. And usually I wouldn't, because I'm like, I'm afraid I'm gonna waste my time. I used to have that problem. Now I don't give a shit. Now I'm like, let me watch the show. If it sucks, too bad, so sad. You know, let's watch a new one. Watch something different. If season 2 comes out from that show, I'm gonna probably watch it, because I started it. That's my policy. If I start watching a show, I'm gonna finish it.
Hey, I'm gonna try this.
Like,
I'm gonna try this a little bit as.
Oh yeah, just take it like
by
a shot.
itself.
Do a shot, you know. But
just so I can tell you how it tastes.
all right,
Like,
cool.
Go for it.
But yeah, literally, and then I watched it again when I was like 16.
Yep.
I remember I rewatched it.
Damn,
and,
I'm already feeling
and
that first drink. Holy
I watched
shit.
it again when I was 16, and this time I was watching it to see if there was any, like I was like, because I remembered it randomly. I was like, I forgot this show existed. I was like, I'm gonna rewatch it, because this is what I do with most shows that I watch, and then I'm like, I kind of forget they existed in general. And I literally was just like, this show's awful. Like, the characters are, like, the premise of it is even retarded. Where, okay, if you don't know what Kiss X Sis is about, you're a lucky bastard. All right? Now, okay, what it's about is...
Kiss me, and I'm a nominee, and I'm a
I fucking hate Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I like the theme song. All right? The theme song, I kind of like it just because, like, it's catchy. It's cute. Whatever. But the premise of the show is literally about a guy who has 2 sisters who are twins that want his dick. They are in love with him.
Now there's one thing about it that they only touch upon for a split second. And when I mean a split second, I mean literally it's only mentioned in one episode
Yes.
for a flashback.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, they are not actually brothers and sisters.
Yep.
His dad married these 2 twin sisters' mom, and so they moved in together. And so you got mom and dad who are in lovey-dovey, you know,
fucking.
you know, honeymoon, you know, woo, we newly married. And then you got the twin sisters and the little brother. Now all this happens when they were children, and they just kind of slowly show you as the story goes on. That's like how their relationship is formulating the way it is, but at the same time you're like, none of this leads up to why they want his dick.
Yeah, literally the reason why they actually fell in love with him in the first place is because as a kid, he was like, oh, I'm gonna protect you from the dogs and stuff. And they're like, oh, wow, he's so rich. And then like in middle school, like he supported them for like something that they wanted to do or whatever, or like he, you know, tried to join their school and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a bunch of bullshit that like there's no way it makes sense for you guys to want his dick. Maybe you guys are just really lonely. maybe even it might just because he just happens to be the nearest boy at the time. Let's be real, because would you really be really in love with him if you didn't have the connection of being step brother and sister?
Well, wait. The other thing that makes no sense about this whole entire anime is the fact that these 2 twins are popular.
Yeah, they get guys on standby because that's the way the world in anime works.
They can get guys that are smarter than their brother. They can get guys that are nicer than their brother. They can get guys that are stronger than their brother. They can get guys that are literally better than their brother in every form of fucking way.
Every way. There's nothing like he's
this guy is chasing after a girl. Here's the other fun part about this anime.
Oh, tell him.
This guy is he not only does he have this weird somewhat love also back for his sisters, he ends up getting in a relationship with a girl who pissed on him twice.
And no, it's even better. Like that doesn't even happen way later because she didn't even know she was really digging him. Because you know what's weird? Like she seemed like she was gonna be the main love interest at first, but then she does nothing
at all
for like a while
At all.
And I mean a while. And know what he ends up in a relationship at first? His goddamn teacher. Ah, we forgot about that. You forgot about that.
God, I
yeah.
forgot about his teacher, and then the teacher's little sister also wanted his dick. Literally, this
First
guy
episode.
had everybody in this goddamn anime. Every character wanted this guy's dick.
Now, you know what my main problem with harems are? Is that the main character is always fucking boring. They typically have nothing really redeeming about them except one thing.
Keta.
Now, here's another
Keta.
thing. Here's the thing, though. The reason why high school harems are usually a failure for me, especially, is because there's nothing you can make this guy special enough. Because this is the normal people still.
It's only funny because I actually found
Like-
Kiss Exist pretty fucking hilarious.
Oh,
I think
it was funny.
I think now that I've been drinking, it's like now I'm actually kind of mad. I'm kind of mad, like fuck that anime.
Like, no, there's nothing redeeming about most harem characters. Like main protagonists. Like we'll use Rito from fucking To Love Ru. There's nothing actually interesting
There's
about him.
nothing interesting
He
about
has no
Also-
like any credibility for the amount of bitches that he like that love him.
Wait,
Like
now that you bring it up, Kiss Exist. This guy, the main character Keta, he has friends. They don't have fucking names.
they actually I forgot they don't have names.
He has friends. They don't have names.
Even Rito's friend has a name. We
Rito's
forget it.
friend has a name.
We
We
forget
forget
it all the
it because
time.
he's never important enough to remember it.
He gets
But
like
in Kiss Exist, Keita has friends, and you don't remember their names. They never bring up their names. They bring it up
don't.
one good time.
not at all.
One good
Like-
time for like the first episode. Like,
Oh,
hey,
no.
how's it going? Blah 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 blah. And then next thing you know, it's like
We never get their names.
you never hear their names again, ever. They just show up whenever his sisters show up.
Yep.
It's like every character shows up once the main character just arrives on scene.
And that's exactly how they work. And no, here's the thing that also bothers me with harem in general. And you can probably use this show as just, I bet there's a scene just like this. The only redeeming quality that every harem protagonist just has is they happen to not be open perverts. Except there's only one
That's true.
there's one anime that does a harem character actually really well because he's nice, but he's openly a pervert. High School DxD.
High School DxD.
Yeah, High School DxD does a different thing with this protagonist where like he's an open pervert.
Oh yeah. All right, he'll give you the
Like,
D.
he's down to do it. Like he's down. It's just that they kind of tease him a bit
There's
and
just
whatever.
none of them
Like-
want to do it.
Yeah, and like
It's
they
like-
wa-
it's-
they
it's-
want to do it, but they don't want to do it.
They
You
want to do
know?
it, but they don't want to do it because he's too perverted.
Yeah. So
It's
like,
like you don't actually love me. You just want to have sex with me because she didn't have sex with you. Well, yeah.
and I'm like, damn, he just
I
said
got blue balls over here.
like, yeah. So with him, it's like I'm like,
I need
okay,
to warm,
I like him.
I need to warm my balls up against your coochie.
Like he's actually open about his attraction.
He really is.
And I appreciate that as a harem protagonist because I get mad when you get harem protagonists like, oh shit, I wish I'd not recommend this show that's now on my head. Oh, Infinite Stratus. Ishka pisses me the fuck off. He gives me anger because
Well, at least in the second season.
second.
At least in
no.
the second season. The first season, he was a decent character. He actually
no,
had
I
some.
thought,
He actually had something to go off of.
yeah,
You know.
the fact that he's the only male that can control an IS.
But it's
like,
like the fact
it was
it's like he was the only male that controlled IS, but also he was only he actually took it seriously. He actually wanted to learn about it.
Exactly.
It wasn't until season 2, once all the characters were developed, basically, where it was
they
like
threw it in the trash.
they kind of just said, "Fuck this, fuck the main character's personality. We're just gonna have battles and fan service." It's
Now,
like
you want to know the formula
Great.
for each episode? Okay, for season 1, it was like, okay, 15 minutes will be spent with like character development and all that. Ashley has some backstory, give us an idea of what this world's like, and then 5 minutes would be like, okay, here's some fan service.
Yeah.
Simple. I let season 1 slide. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed season 1. I was like, of course, yeah, sometimes the fan service is kind of like, okay, whatever. But other times I was just like, whatever. It was like, cool. Hey,
I enjoyed it.
awesome. It was an enjoyable anime.
Oh.
Then season 2, what they did every fucking episode, and it pissed me off. 2 to 3 minutes in the beginning of the episode will be spent with something serious, something involving the plot, where I'm like, oh shit, this is crazy. this is actually, oh, this is getting intense. And then the next 15 to 20 minutes will be just fan service the entire time, basically.
Fan service or
And
battle,
then-
or
and-
both.
And then the last minute will be something serious to leave a cliffhanger where I'm like, oh shit, wait a minute. Yeah, fuck all this shit. But this right here, it sounds cool. And it made people fall for it every fucking time.
Yeah.
We're like, oh shit, I can't wait this is gonna happen. And then like next episode, they did the same formula over and,
And over
over
again.
and over again.
It was just season 2. So
Like-
basically, Kiss X, what for? So that people don't get too confused because
Yeah.
we really are going on a tangent right now.
I'm
But-
sorry. I apologize. for
No,
that, by the
you're
way.
good because we both were going on that tangent. We
Yeah.
both were riding it. It
Ugh.
wasn't until like, oh wait, hold on, let me take a
Wait.
pause for a minute.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
what did I say?
Kiss
Girls
X.
Bravo and Kiss X Sis are the 2 mangas that we do not recommend.
No anime.
Anime that we do not recommend. Yes. Sorry, I've been drinking.
Yeah.
So those are 2 animes that we do not recommend. Infinite Stratos season 2, you don't actually have to watch. You really don't.
You're not gonna learn anything.
It doesn't really help develop. It doesn't really develop
It
a
only
story
it only
much.
develops 2 characters, but
Wasn't that
it-
Charlotte and
no.
And the
not-
German girl?
No, not them, not them. The 2 characters, there's 2 new characters that show up. They're like sisters and whatever. And they're like, the one sister's like openly like whatever, oh, I don't care if you see my face or whatever. And the other one's like a little more conserved, like obvious, like they're twins.
Oh.
And,
I remember.
And the thing is, their development was so fucking lame.
Bad. It was bad.
It was
bad.
like they're like I forgot they existed until I just now started talking about it. Like that's how bad it is. Where like literally like that show I had so much hope for it. Like, I had so much
Really?
hope. Like season 1, I was like, yo, season 1 was actually cool. Like
Uh-huh.
even the way it ended, I was like, you know, oh that's cute.
Yeah.
Like we kind of got a subtle decision for who the main character is interested in.
Yeah.
I was like, hokey. Yeah, okay, I can see that. You know, childhood friend. That's the first time a childhood friend in a harem actually wins. I'm like, I'll be damned.
Big facts.
But the season 2, I was like, oh shit, season 2. And let me just say right now, it pisses me off about Infinite Shadows. They have fucking great theme and ending themes.
Yeah, you really do.
Oh my god.
The, the music
bro,
in Infinite Stratos is
it's-
actually fucking amazing.
yeah.
It's just
I'll give credit, season 2 that credit. The opening theme and the end. Oh my goodness.
it's just the overall story in season 2 was just not
It was-
developed. There was no development at all. It was just
Yeah. Hey, you guys like tits?
here's this character with all his bitches now.
Yeah, and it was just like, and they didn't even develop him much, like
After
at
that.
all. They didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything after that. They just
Like-
kind of made it so it's like, all right, he is the best male robot controller out there.
I mean, the only one.
You mean the only one, right? No, he's the best. Because he's the only male. No, you're not hearing me. He's the best.
But he's the only one controlling.
But
it.
he's the only male. Yeah, but he's the best male.
I was just like, get the fuck out of here with that.
all right,
bullshit.
whatever.
And I did like, you know, and then one thing I liked about season 1 in general was like they had a character where I was like, oh, he actually is new to it. He's learning. He's actually getting better, and he's actually, you know, beating other people
Yeah.
who have known how to do it for a long time, and whatever. Now, I don't like the reason why a lot of the girls just like, okay, the ones I can see justified, for example, was Charlotte. That one makes sense, because I was like, you know, she disguised as a guy, and then, you know, he actually did take care of her secret and whatever, and took care of her, taught her, you know, how to be a dude, and whatever.
Yeah.
You know, she was somewhat justified. Hokey, justified. Childhood friend, you have to. That's the rule of the land around here. For childhood friends, you gotta want a fucking 20 years.
Yep, pretty much.
No, okay, second childhood friend, I forgot her name. I think it's Ren or maybe.
Something like that.
Like, her, okay, slightly.
I think it was Ren.
Ren. It started with R, I think.
It's either R-E-N or R-I-N, which would
Yeah.
be either Reen or Ren. I think it's
So-
Ren.
So, with her, I was like, okay, second childhood best friend. I guess I'll let it slide.
She was a Chinese one, right?
Yeah. Chinese one.
I
Pigtails.
actually thought she was pretty cute.
Yeah, she was adorable.
She was
It's-
adorable.
It's that tooth. It's that tooth. That one tooth when it showed up. I was
It's like, ah, you're so cute.
and then
I'd fuck you
the
quick.
one that didn't make sense for me was Cecilia, because all that happened for her is she's the English one. She got world starred, and then she was like, "Oh, I want your dick now." Like, wait, what? Like, that was it. And then
All you need to do is get World Star. All right.
And then who was the Russian one again? I'm forgetting. she was kind of the same exact way for Cecilia. We're just like, got a world star? I kind of want your dick now. I'm like, okay, because in German, we want the toughest.
Let's say Germany was Loki, right?
No, not Loki.
Yeah, Loki was Germany. Was
Nope.
there a Russian chick? I don't think there was a Russian chick.
I said Russian, didn't I?
Yeah.
I meant German.
German would be Loki. Charlotte was France.
Yeah.
And then you had, he had.
And then Cecilia was British.
Cecilia was British. Ren was Chinese.
And Hoki was
Hoki was Japanese. Oh yeah, I don't think he had a Russian one.
Yeah, it was German. I got
Unless the two sisters were from Russia.
I don't care about them.
Unless the two sisters from season 2 were from Russia, and then there's your Russian characters. Otherwise, they had Germany, France, England, Japan.
Yeah. I think I meant to say German, but I said Russian for some reason. I don't know.
I don't think about it. Yeah, they kept Russian and America out of that one.
Yeah, they keep us out of it because because we were in the same room, it going down. Okay, I'm just kidding. I want to become nice. I want all of our countries.
In the club. It's going down. Meet me in the mall. It's going down. Meet me in the trail. It's going down. Meet me in the.
So I'm not black enough.
I'm not black enough to remember all the lyrics, but I remember the first beginning part.
I think it's like meet me anywhere. I guarantee it's going down.
I think it is.
In the club, bottle full of bub. That's a different song. But anyway, yeah, Kiss Excess. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
No, literally, like.
We should bring it all back home. Yeah, Kiss Excess. You don't need to watch. You don't need to read. Watch.
Both.
Are we in manga or anime?
We're about to go to manga.
Okay, cause yeah, you don't gotta watch that one. Kiss Excess, you don't gotta watch. Ghost Bravo, you don't gotta watch.
Yeah, don't do it, Chief. It ain't worth it. But yeah, we kind of get distracted because of Ichika. Fuck Ichika.
Fuck Ichika.
All right, so.
Lucky son of a bitch. How dare you get Charlotte and not tap that?
Yeah. No, bro. Like Charlotte's best girl.
Charlotte is fucking
Charlotte
waifu.
is best girl.
Charlotte is waifu
Bro.
as fuck.
Hold on, I'm gonna get distracted. I'm not even talking about manga real quick. Oh my goodness. When I knew Charlotte was Charles. I knew it was a girl immediately.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Charles was like.
I was like.
This is a female, isn't it?
I was just
this is a female. You lying to me.
Another boy. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I saw him, and I was like, no, you're a girl.
You're a girl.
You're totally a girl. There's no way. Something's not right.
Unless they're thrown in a trap for no reason.
Yeah, unless they're thrown in a trap, you better. Hey, I accept only girls and traps now around here, and that's about it. And and then they're like, oh, it's a girl, surprise. I was like, I wasn't surprised. I was like, yeah, I saw that coming. Okay, so.
All right.
Woo! Woo!
So now that we got all that out and our rage is subsided from the Kiss Excess and Infinite Stratus moment trouble, we're now going to be moving on into the manga proportion of our video. Sorry, that chip was burning my throat. Flamin' Hot Lays, delicious.
Hashtag not sponsored.
We are not sponsored by any. We're not sponsored by anything. So anything you see inside of our video, we're just enjoying because we just enjoy.
That's what we do, yo.
So, what did you have for not recommended mangas?
Right. Y'all ready for this shit? No.
Oh, dude, no, thank you though, man. Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Thank you though, bro.
Appreciate you. All right. So now, I picked this show out of spite because I hate people. And people love it. But I don't give a fuck. Fuck this fucking series as a whole. Now,
Rave Master.
No. I like Rave Master. How dare you? Actually, it has a lot of problems. It does. Like, even when I was rereading it, and I'm just like, wow, this is really fucking cheesy. But anyway, okay, so.
So now as you're really thinking about it, it's like, no, you got me thinking about it.
No. I'm thinking
Maybe I would recommend Rave Master. It's like,
I don't know if I would have Rave Master. Okay, anyway, no, I'm not. I'll talk about it later. All right, so. All right, so.
The power of deception.
Okay, so for the series, I am not gonna recommend you read. As for manga, it's a very popular one too, so I'm scared to say it, but I don't give a fuck. It is Sword Art Online. I fucking hate Sword Art Online.
Honestly, for Sword Art Online, I would not recommend reading that as a manga either. Just because,
as an anime, I let it slide.
The anime passes better than the manga.
Technically, the anime is better than the manga, but I don't like either.
Literally, the manga, the anime is better than the manga, just because in the manga,
The fight scenes are terrible.
yeah, the fight scenes are
Really?
terrible, and the story is told a little bit broken.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
That's the best way I'm
kinda-
gonna put that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say it's broken. inside
I
the
don't
manga.
recommend it because honestly, I don't.
I mean, even in an anime, the story didn't flow very well. But
yeah, like literally,
the manga's like,
he's heard me rant about. I really don't like Sword Art Online. I didn't like it when I first checked it out.
I mean,
Like,
I actually
didn't.
do like Sword Art Online just because I liked the action of it.
Yeah.
I did like the battle scenes. I liked all of that. And as a gamer, the idea of being in a video game where I can continue to increase my level, even if that means that's my new life. It's like, well, shit, at least my new life is about skills and
Yeah.
gaining skills and all
No,
that shit. All I have to
I
do is
remember-
just not die,
I just remember me and
which
Justin,
is the same thing as my other life. It's just,
Me and Justin made fun of the fact like, yo, think about it. All these people are in like in a hospital and stuff, right?
Yep.
When it's happening, you know those scenes where like Kirito's basically getting in with Asuna. I was like, you got a boner randomly at like the hospital, and know what happened? His heart rate must have went up, and then they're like, oh, what's going on? And then they were just like, oh, something's going on with him. Like, what's happening? And then all of a sudden look down and just see he has a boner straight up, just like down below. I'm like, oh, they're like, I don't know what happened in that world, but it's got. Wait a minute. Wait, did he smash in that world?
he did get laid inside of the.
So
video
does
game
that
world.
mean he just bust a nut inside the hospital and then
Probably had a wet dream,
like,
but
yeah, they bust a nut. They're like, oh, what's that? He's like, and then just they're like, oh god. They're like, change him. Like,
that probably is how it happened. But also, oh
oh god.
on that note, just to
Anyway.
make you feel better about the whole anime, maybe, I don't know, maybe you might hate it even more.
I probably.
There was a hentai with incest is wincest.
Wait, I seen that. Damn it,
Where-
my weakness of loving the incest.
Where his sister cousin, not cousin.
Because that's how anime works.
I don't know how the fuck that's so goddamn confusing.
Like, I thought that was legit
Like,
a family member. But then they were like, oh no, they're just really close.
For all you who know what Sword Art Online is, please fucking explain to me how this guy is related to these people, but not related to them at all. Like, oh, that's my aunt and my cousin, but they're not really my aunt and my cousin. But she's like my mother and my sister, but we're not blood related whatsoever. Where the fuck did you come from then? Whose child are you?
We need answers. So literally, like,
So you don't have a mother.
I think they went.
Your
into-
mother is not like her sister? Your
No,
mother was like her best friend or some shit? The fuck is
No,
going
you know-
on?
you know what I know what happened.
I
I'm
need
pretty
backstory.
I'm pretty sure they intended for them to be just cousins, and then they were like, and then what happened? They were like, no, his cousin's kind of a baddie, and they were like, no, fuck it, put him in a relationship with her. That she's not gonna win, and then they're just like, and Gun Gale, and
Oh yeah,
God,
Anyway,
God, we don't.
anyway, what I was trying to get to was there's a hentai where kind of what we were talking about, where Kirito was making love to Asuna, doing his thing inside the video game world. But while he was doing that, in the real world, it was his sister, cousin, not sister.
We don't know who they are.
Relative.
Strangers.
That was literally riding his shit while he was in the hospital the entire time. That he thought he was banging out. Well, the time he was virtually.
Yeah, he wasn't
Banging
He
Asuna.
wasn't banging Asuna, but he
And
was
it wasn't
virtually
until
there.
that he finally, basically, a lot of you probably already know the ending to Sword Art Online, which is, he beat the main boss, and then he defeated the main, the creator of the game, who turned out to be the captain the entire time. I don't care about spoilers for this fucking anime because if you haven't seen it yet, that's on you. It's been out.
That's on you.
It's on you,
That's
honestly.
on you.
That's
And
on you.
I'm gonna be real
that
too.
manga and anime have been out for so long
They have another fucking season too.
that they have so many different seasons. They have Sword Art Online. You have
Sword Art
you
Online
have
2.
Sword Art Online 2. You have Gun Gale Online.
And
You
then
have
Elfen,
Alpharetta Online. it's just.
And then they have another one
It's
now
too
out.
much. They have another one out as well, but it's just too much already. It's gotten to that point where it's like, okay, now you're trying to get to like a Naruto type level. Where it's like, okay, now you're just annoying. Anyway, so yeah, in this hentai, he thought he was banging his wife, his video game wife, girlfriend,
That's a nay.
this entire time, and then it turns out he's banging his sister cousin,
Not scissor cousin.
in-law, or whatever. And he finally defeats the world boss. He defeats the main creator to free everyone from the game. He hops out the helmet to see his sister's cousin standing in the doorway with the most yandere fucking look in life, talking about what's going on. And she's like, we're gonna be happy together with our new family. And she's fucking pregnant. It's like,
Isn't that this is rape. This is rape. I was unconscious, technically. This is rape. And then she went to jail.
We could think that.
I don't know, but you know, anyway, yeah. Moral of the story is piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like literally it's
Moral
not
story is hentai was better than the regular anime manga.
You know how sad that is though? Because it's so fucking true.
But the hentai was better than the manga. At least the hentai had a story that was like, oh shit.
It was a cohesive story too.
It's like, and the story actually made sense, like, because literally, if you go through the anime, that sister kind of has those type of feelings for her brother.
Yeah, and she gets that by like accident. Like she wanted to when she found out she had it, she was like, okay, I'm not gonna even deal with that bullshit.
Yeah.
And then
When she first found out about it, it was like not that big of a deal, but she started to kind of have feelings for him because like, oh, okay, I can actually love him as just him.
Yeah.
It was almost like an opening for her, but it wasn't until.
And then Gun Gale, she like was just like, okay, oh no, or it was the elf one.
It was the elf one.
And then she was like, oh, she found someone. She's like, wow, fine, I can get over my fucking.
Okay, I can get over this little feeling I have over my brother, only to find out that the character that she was falling in love with was her brother. So she just fell in love with him even more to the point where she's like, I don't really want Awesome to have you.
I'm gonna be real right now. Hold up, let me just say, I don't like how fucking lucky Kirito is. It bothers me. It annoys the fuck out of me.
Hey.
Because like, oh, I happen to have this special ability because my reaction speed is, and then he's just like, oh, let me also, oh wow, the form you picked in Gun Gale has a, wow, this one is like a 0.00001% chance of actually getting this like trap looking form, and then it's like, oh wow, lucky me, and I'm like, well, get the fuck out of here. What? I'm like, I don't like how lucky he is.
Yeah, no, the very start of Sword Art Online was probably the best.
It was pretty decent.
Of the actual, the overall story, the actual start of Sword Art Online was the best.
I didn't like the time skip. It kind of annoyed me because it was too random. Like,
they jumped ahead by a lot of fucking time.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, you're all stuck in a video game. Oh no!
Yeah,
all right, everybody's back to normal.
They did.
These guys are merchants. These guys are adventurers. Some people have already died.
I don't like the explanation for him on why he's really good at the game. I feel like it was just an easy cop out, lazy. Oh, I'm a beater. Basically, I beta tested the game, and I guess I'm a cheater also, but whatever. And then I'm like, that's so fucking boring. That's lazy.
I mean.
And he's like, oh, I'm level 70 now in episode 2. I'm like, what?
As far as the beater thing goes, is that when they first announced it, I understood it just because whenever you do play a game that involves a beta,
yeah, you're gonna run into those people.
You get an idea of the game a lot better than people that are just starting off. So you actually know, okay, if I want to level up quickly, I should go to this town because in the beta, this town was what had the XP points. So it kind of made sense in that form where it's like, okay, as a gamer, I can understand that.
But I did find it kind of lazy, though.
It was kind of just a little bit of a lazy explanation. Like, that's it?
Like, it would have been, I think
that's literally it. Like, you just played the beta. I mean, here's the thing about playing a beta versus being trapped in a video game. Okay, when you play a beta, the idea of a beta is to get an idea of what the game's like, which means that if he played a beta of this game, he should have, this might just start a whole bunch of fucking conspiracy theories about Sword Art Online where Kirito actually never probably even woke up from the first time when he played the beta of the game. Because the thing is, when you play a beta, it's to get an idea of what the game's gonna be like when you actually play it.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that if he was to play a game that was supposed to turn into a death game, he should have already been stuck in the game for a long time.
Like,
For a long ass time, which means his level would have been higher. His stats would have been better. He wouldn't have been known as a beater. He almost would have been like an NPC because he would have been there for so fucking long. As one of the only, what was it, 200 people? 500 people?
a lot. There was a lot of people. There was a lot.
Like 1,000?
Yeah.
How many people did
Like
the
maybe-
beta? Was it
like-
1,000?
Not sure. I don't remember all that.
Because I remember there was a lot that.
But like seriously, but like I didn't like I thought like the whole like beater thing was a little bit too lazy of a writing. I think it would have been a little bit more interesting if you didn't have any idea what was gonna happen.
That he didn't know what was
Like-
gonna happen, or that he went to the, or it would have been more interesting if they really made it where it was like, he went into the beta, and he's been stuck inside the game since the beta
Like,
version.
that would have been kind of cool. Like it would have been interesting. It would have been like okay, that would at least explain why he gets the way the world
Right,
works.
and that also
like-
would have explained the time skip way better. Like
Yeah.
this time skip isn't nearly as long as you might think it is, where it's like you saw him start at level 1 and he jumps to level 70, and it's like no, he's been at like level 50 this entire time.
Yeah.
They just never showed it to you until now, where it's like, yeah, actually, I've been inside the beta and I've been stuck in here for a while. And it's like, level 50. Oh, well, shit. No wonder why you can take a boss like it's nobody's business.
Like it would make it like it would have been interesting. I would have been like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's way cooler. And because like I got annoyed that like third episode I think is when the gang of assassins like surround him and all that. And then they're like attacking him. And he's like, oh, this code heals this thing by this many per second. Your attacks only do this much damage. I was like, this is so fucking boring. Like it's like if you have a character that's overpowered, I don't really I don't stay interested.
It's not that interesting, but yeah, they. For those of you that probably didn't get all that gobbledygook, yes, there was a scene where he got attacked by four to five
people.
He got attacked by 4 men and a woman, but this woman just kind of sat back and watched while these 4 guys were slashing at him. Turns out his regeneration ability was made it so that he would regenerate, I think it was like 1,000 or like 700 health per minute.
Per second even.
Was it per second?
Because they were slashing him as they went down and just.
I can't remember what it was. It was something like that. Where I think it was like per minute. I think it was per minute because
Okay.
if it was slashing down, it was per second. That means it would be like, but that thing was like. So
you're able to do this much damage.
So I think per minute, the guys were able to do like 500 to 700 damage, and he was like, "Well, I actually have about 900 to 1,000 HP regeneration," which basically means that no matter how much damage or basic attacking they did to him, all 4 of these guys that are like level 20s, he could stand there and let them hit him as long as they wanted to, and he just regenerate his health.
Yeah.
Within the minute of amount of damage that all 4 of them would be able to dish out onto him.
It was really just, and I found that I was like, okay, now you made an overpowered character where I'm just like, I kind of lose. And the only time, like, only way so far, the only thing I ever seen that someone made overpowered character like interesting was, for example, like One Punch Man.
One Punch Man is a genius for an anime.
Like it's like it made an overpowered character work.
They did.
Where like his goal, because excuse me,
was to find somebody that could match him.
Exactly. So it was like a goal where it was like, this is actually genius. When you find the goal is, I want someone who it takes more than just simply
one punch.
That's what I want. And then it was just like, they actually did get there, and I was like, that's amazing. That was genius. Like, this is amazing. This is actually done well. Like, because I already know he's overpowered from the get-go. I already know he has it easy, and his struggle is that he can't find someone to match that.
And the other thing I love about One Punch Man too, there really is no bullshit explanation for his powers. Literally nobody understands.
Yeah.
Why he is this way. Even he himself.
He's
doesn't understand why he is this way.
I did like a bunch of sit-ups, push-ups, and run a hella miles, and like
I did a bunch of them. I was running. I did push-ups. I did sit-ups. I didn't use AC ever. and then eventually I lost all my hair and I could one punch everything. It's like,
That's some
I
bullshit.
want to know why.
Like, I want to know why, but
I really want to know why.
But I oddly accept that answer.
But I oddly accept it as, I can totally believe that you really just went through your life battling a bunch of monsters while in the middle of your training and somehow gained a power that made it so that you were powerful. But I want to know what that power is. And so many characters inside the One Punch Man will have their own idea where it's like, maybe he trained for thousands of years. Maybe he's actually got a god living inside of him. Maybe there's an unknown power that he managed to find and tap into. It's like, maybe this guy actually has that hidden DNA inside of humans that I've been trying to unlock for years. Like, there's all these different characters that have these different reasons.
Actually, even like, there's actually this one YouTube channel that did a theory on how exactly strong is One Punch Man. And his theory was like, well, the answer is, we don't fucking know. The reason why is because they say that his limiter has been broken. Because as you know, clearly, as the way the human body works is, every person is able to get as strong as they can.
Yeah.
Like, you can only become so strong as a person in general. Like, just because of genetics alone and the way your body is, and you can only reach the maximum mass and strength possible that your body allows.
Yep.
So they're like, for what Saitama did is he was able to somehow remove that limiter. So instead of, like, it's like a slope where it's like curves in, whatever, and then you can only get as high as you can run up that slope. For him, that slope is just completely gone now. And he can just keep getting stronger. Almost like Superman, basically.
Like this.
Yeah.
That slope became a fucking...
It became a plateau, basically.
It became an incline.
Yeah. Where it went from, like, being curved to just... Okay, you could probably just walk this.
All right, you can probably just walk a little bit.
Yeah. So where it changed. And that was a theory that I saw. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I think they actually mentioned it in the original manga series.
They did.
For him. And he's like, oh, he removed his limiter. And I was just like,
Whereas, like, his limiter is basically gone. It's like, even them. How?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like, what? How did you get rid of that?
How do you get rid of it? And why is it that removing your limiter as a human being makes you stronger than an undead genius, a monster, or an alien?
So
how does removing your limiter? What the fuck did you do?
And weirdly enough, it's like we're okay with that, with not really knowing for that. But for Kirito, for me personally, it bothered me because, like, for him, it's like, oh, man, the regeneration ability was like, okay, when the fuck was this mentioned? Oh, this episode right now. And I was just like, I kind of didn't like, oh, I have this item that does. I'm like, when the fuck did you get that? Like, I kind of, like, it would have been cool to get, like, some explanation. Certain things like, oh, I'm a level 74. It's just like, oh, that would have been cool to know when you did that. But this is episode 2 to 3, whatever. Oh, fucking.
Because they literally had a time. Had a time skip within a time skip within a time skip where.
And then, like, they only could wield one sword, but I have the ability where I can wield 2 because my reaction time is like, I'm like, what the fuck?
No, literally, the first few episodes were, I'm a beater, I'm a cheater, I'm gonna be by myself. I meet this party of people.
Come close to them, but they all die.
I come close to them. We go into a dungeon. They all end up dead. The main leader lost all his friends. He can't go alone on his own. I watched him jump off and kill himself inside of a video game. Now I want to hunt by myself. I go fight all these bosses on my own, get all these cheat items because I'm fighting bosses by myself. So fuck them. And this is why I'm so powerful. I can suddenly use 2 swords now. I can fight against 4 people and not die, and that's the rest of the anime.
Yeah, and it's like, that's just my problem with Kirito. It's just that he's overpowered, but without really much explanation until the time comes. And it's just like, oh, here's an explanation right now, conveniently, that's being told right now, and I just have to believe it because there's nothing I can do about it. It's just, I'm like, I just have to accept it.
Just sad, honestly.
Where, like, I'm just like, I don't want to accept it because I'm just like, that's
lame.
Like, that's what you're giving me. Like, give me some development for you.
Give me something.
Like, make me believe that that's the reason. Because if you're not able to make me as a viewer believe that this is a legit reason, then whatever's happening is wrong. Where, like, One Punch Man, he's like, oh, I did a bunch of sit-ups, push-ups, and the thing is, the show's ridiculous already to the point where, like, I can actually accept because it is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Like, so I'm just like, oh, that's fucking funny.
So online is like, they try to give you plausible reason, and it's like that
Like,
don't sound right.
Like, usually I'll be like, okay, that makes sense, but there's no showing it. It just seems like they just explain it now at the time, at the whim.
Pretty much.
And that's why I don't like. Like, I don't like being just told, oh, this is why. And I'm like, okay, when do you do that? Like even
When
like
did this happen?
yeah, like
Why
even,
did this happen?
Like, you know, even like superhero comics, like they like, you know, they might put something in like volume 1 that becomes important in volume 74. And I'm just like, oh shit, I forgot about that. And at least that's like some explanation for me. Where for
It's something.
fucking, you know, for him, all he does, or for Kirito, he's just like, oh, hey, here's a thing that we didn't even mention at all until when? Yeah, while it's happening. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. That's neat. Well, whatever. And you know, I felt like they tried it too hard to make him really cool,
Way
too.
too hard.
Like, it felt like they were trying. So, oh, let's make we're all black. That's edgy. Like, make him have multiple belts. Like, oh, what? Like, wait, I have a better idea. What? 2 swords. Oh, why didn't I think of
Say,
that?
wait. Let's make him scream every single time he fights. Yeah! It's like, shut your ass up.
Oh my
boy.
god! But that's my story online. A little. We're already at like an hour of just rambling. There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're back in again. Sorry, this guy just turned everything off.
Just in case. There we go. Sync that up again.
All right. So yeah, sorry about that. We're back in again. This guy just accidentally hit unrecord on our microphones. But
yeah. But whatever.
anyways, back to what we were talking about.
We're already at an hour.
We're already
and
at an hour,
So we're
so
gonna have to be quick.
We're not gonna have any more random ramblings after this. So literally, once I get done, it's gonna be.
Yeah. We've been kind of
Alsos.
ranting.
This tequila, these margaritas and tequila is really
Make us angry and passionate.
angry and passionate. I know.
By the way, didn't this happen last
This
time we
happened last
drank
time.
tequila?
Tequila, for some reason, gets you in your feelings and in mind, while vodka's like honesty, just out in the fucking open.
Honesty, but you're happy about it. You're honest and you're
It's like-
happy and you're positive. You're like, ah.
Let me tell you about Sword Art Online.
All right. So this
That
goes
anime,
back- pretty good.
it got some good fight scenes, but
Here's the okay. Wait, let's not ramble.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Do
so
your
for
thing.
the last part of the segment, the manga that I would not recommend that you guys read, just because, again, this one is another ecchi one. It's one where it's like, if you really don't, if you cannot see the humor in perversion, don't bother.
curve it.
Just leave it alone. It's one of those ones where it's like the comedy really lies in the eroticness of the actual manga itself.
Rep.
Just because, as a normal human being, you kind of would feel the same way. And that manga that I am talking about is Monster Musume. Monster Musume is a manga / just recently created anime about a man that not even accidentally, that was forced into what is known as the Monster Exchange Program.
Weirdly enough, you
Where-
actually enjoy it as if, you know.
That's what
just
I said.
some-
I enjoy it.
Mhm.
The reason why I'm not recommending it though is because, again, it's one of those ones where it's like, it's almost like Girls Bravo, where it's,
Wait, did you already?
yeah, I already mixed
Okay.
it. It's kind of like one of those ones where it's like Girls Bravo, where it's like, it's already kind of got its own craziness about it, where the comedy really flows around the perversion of the actual anime / manga itself.
Okay.
In the manga, you got a character that is first staying with a Lamia. A Lamia is a half human, half snake hybrid. Now, inside of this manga, these half snake, half human hybrids are comprised of only women. So that's the thing about these monsters. These monsters don't always come with both genders. Some are one gender, some are others. Lamias are an entire race of basically like female humans mixed with snakes. You got a regular human female torso with a snake body.
Yeah. I remember her.
And then, as time goes on throughout this manga, he gets more and more monster girls because of this exchange program that basically put him as a family, as a host family, when he wasn't supposed to be a host family. Which is already pretty funny. It's like, ha, you're in a fucked up situation just because of a technicality, and this agent doesn't want to fix it because she's lazy as fuck.
Relate.
She's lazy as fuck. She literally dropped off a monster at his house, and he's like, actually, I didn't sign up to be a host family. I'm not supposed to be a host family. She's like, hey, it'll be all right. We'll compensate you. We'll recreate your house to make it so that she can live there. Don't even worry about it.
You could just fix the paper.
And it's like, and so after that, he just keeps getting more and more monster girls that join him. He gets a harpy, he gets a mermaid, he gets an arachnid, he gets a centaur.
Zombie's my favorite.
Oh yeah, Zombina?
Yep.
Zombina actually does not join him.
Yeah, but I like her.
But there are other female characters within the manga that aren't exactly a part of his repertoire of harem.
I love it when she shows
but
up.
They have their own
Arc.
micro interest in him, where it's more of they do take note. Okay, he is a good guy.
He's a good guy over there.
He's a good guy. Yeah. But again, this one I'm not. I know it sounds like I'm getting really positive about it because again, I do actually like and love the anime and manga.
He actually enjoys it.
I do enjoy it, but I would recommend it for everyone because again, it's a lot of ecchi moments. There's a lot of ecchi moments. A lot of moments take place inside the bathroom with all these girls. Quite literally, all these girls. There's a bathroom scene, and sometimes there's a bathroom scene involving all of them. Sometimes there's a bathroom scene involving only some of them. Now there's a bathroom scene that involves none of them, and then they all pop up somehow.
It is mandatory.
So, it's one of those ones where it's like, if you're really not into that perverted humor, don't go for it. Yeah. No. But, if you're into that perverted humor, go for it. It's a good one. It actually is. Monster Musume is actually very enjoyable.
He actually enjoys it. He enjoys it as a casual, especially as a casual, like, viewership of it.
Yeah.
And usually, I'm not a huge fan of, like, lewd humor all the time. It's not my cup of tea. But even I do enjoy Monster Musume every once in a while. I like to stop by randomly. I'm like, let's see what's happening.
It's
and
like,
then some of them I'm just like, yo,
it's
fucking crazy. I enjoy it. I enjoy it casually, like very casually for me.
To give you guys an idea of what Monster Musume is kind of about, when we say lewd and jokes and all that, some of you might think it's like it's just,
tit jokes.
There's tit jokes, there's all that. It's like, no, what we mean by jokes is that this guy gets in situations where you think things are gonna go right, but then they go bad so fast. Where it's like, okay, one episode, the Lamia character named Mia was cuddling him and trying to tell him about how the Lamia species usually takes about 24 hours to mate, meaning that they coil around their partner for 24 hours so that they can mate. And so she's coiling around him and talking to him about this. But the thing is, she's a snake. Meaning that coil is all muscle.
All of it.
All of it's muscle. So she's literally constricting a normal human being.
She has
being a fucking,
and she's huge.
13 to like 20-foot snake.
No, hold on, let me take the time to say, now, okay, the way the snake body works, trust me, I used to do animal fun facts of the day at the work. The way a snake body is their whole entire body is just muscle. All right?
It's all muscle.
So, and she's about this wide.
Just imagine a normal human female, okay, who probably weighs 90 to 120 pounds, right? That's the upper body. Now you got the lower body. That's all snake.
Dude, that lower body, no, the upper body.
That's about a good 20 to 30 feet long.
Yeah, and then
of muscle.
Yeah, about muscle. So she's literally crushing.
So she literally wrapped around him.
If you think an anaconda,
because she was horny and was talking to him about how she doesn't mind if she loses her virginity to him, and the whole idea of the interspecies exchange thing is that not that the host family cannot hurt the monster family, and vice versa. Meaning that you're not supposed to be mating with them. You're not supposed to treat them terribly. You're supposed to give them the idea of what it's like to live inside the human world.
Yep.
So he doesn't want to disrespect that rule, especially because the situation was kind of forced on him. Yeah. She, on the other hand, did not mind. So she started coiling around him. But being the giant snake that she is,
This fucking wide.
she wraps around him, and he's, you know, they start
Dying.
having a tender moment until she realizes, oh yeah, he's dying. He's literally like, okay, me, I literally can't do this. And the special agent that lets him know that you cannot have sex with your monster, you cannot have sex with with these species, you can't do any harm to them, comes back to help replace his shoulder because in the process of Mia being horny, she dislocated his shoulder and damn near crushed his bones.
Yeah, he survived, and that was only for 5 minutes. That's
That was only
24
for
hours.
5 minutes. So that's the type of perverted humor that it's got going on, where it's like you think it's gonna lead somewhere, it looks like it, you got that rosy coloredness about it, and then it's like, oh shit,
He's dying.
he's dying. He's literally being put in such a situation that's like, number one, his sanity's being tested, and number two, his endurance as just living.
And the good news is for this character too. I know we're sounding positive. Oh, this is weird. But like the good news about him for a harem character is he's aware.
He's very
of it,
aware.
which is what I like. I like.
And he's
I like
actually-
characters that are aware
He's
of
actually
what's
a
happening.
good guy that has points. Like,
Yeah.
he's not just
He has a
he's
reason.
not just a guy that's just like, yeah, I just happened to do something nice. No, he really is a nice guy
Yep.
that genuinely takes care of these girls, that looks up and studies the different species so that he can understand how best to take care of them, how best to feed
Exactly.
them. And not only that, he will spend hours upon hours to go shopping, cook,
Yep.
clean a house that's been remodeled many times over
Oh,
so that
yeah.
they can accommodate these monster girls without any complaint. Why? Because he actually enjoys their time.
Yeah.
So
and the good news is he's aware of them, the attraction, and he doesn't break the rules simply because he wants to respect that
He
rule.
wants to
and
respect that rule.
and also he gets paid bank. Or let's be real.
So I don't,
Like-
we definitely have gotten a little bit more positive for this anime slash
But of course,
manga.
that being said, if you're not into
But
the
again,
lewd
it's
humor,
just one of those things where if you're not into lewd humor, if you're not into harems, if you're really not into the idea of man sleeping with a subspecies, don't
avoid it.
just
It's-
avoid it. Avoid it
yeah.
entirely. Okay? There is literally an entire saga in this manga where he goes to a farm where all these extra species girls live. There are ones that are mixed with goats, ones that are mixed with cows, ones that basically you see you have centaur. I forgot what the goat one is called. I forgot what the other one's called.
It's okay.
But anyways, the idea is that he goes to this farm so he can help out with the farm chores, you know, clean up, bale hay, all that crap,
Farm shit.
stock up. But there's that other part of the farm that a lot of people tend to forget about, and that's the milking. So he has
You
to,
know where this is going.
he starts off by milking all the cows on the farm. Well, if all the cows are women, and they're not just normal cows, what is he milking?
Titties, motherfucker.
He's
Titties.
milking the breastises, okay?
Bruh.
He's milking the breastises to the point where they love it so much, they're enjoying it so much that they will literally sneak off and try to get private sessions of him milking their breasts. And then the sheep extra species people catch wind of it, and then they're like, well, we want to get milk too. And then the centaur people, which are like goats, but horny goats.
So like no, the centaurs are like the fucking like horse body, but they have the
Well, that's
human
what
top.
I said centaur, but literally these
Yeah.
characters are like they're these extra species of girls are like basically like goats,
Oh, that's weird.
but they're just the horny goats of the world, where it's like they also kind of want to get milk, but really what they want to do
But
is that they want to they do want to fuck, but they want to learn his technique of milking so that they themselves can milk the sheep because they're in love with the sheep and want to fuck the sheep.
they're trying to smash.
And so this whole farm of all women and animals end up milking each other. It's like,
The power of horniness.
what?
The power of horniness.
So it's like, yeah. So Monster Musume is definitely one of those ones where it's like, you have to be ready for all the itchy moments, all the comedy.
You get to accept it.
You gotta be ready and to accept the fact that a lot of the jokes are gonna be a little crude. Some of them will be clean, but a lot of them are gonna be crude. So
Majority of them.
A majority. And you're gonna see a lot of titties. A lot of titties.
Yeah, that's his God's plan.
But that concludes the podcast for today for our manga and anime not recommendations, where we just decided to change things up just a little bit, just because it's
I got the idea from when we were talking shit about High School of the Dead.
Yeah, we were. We're 8 episodes in. We've recommended a lot of manga. We recommended a good amount of anime, and of course we've babbled a lot about manga and anime, just random ones. So we thought it would be best to actually share it with you guys, something that maybe you would not enjoy, or if you find that, or you think that, hey, it actually does sound interesting, I'll check that out.
We still technically recommended a show just by talking about it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
If we talk about it, technically we're telling you to go ahead and check it out if you really are interested.
We're bringing it up to you in general, so due to the fact that we're bringing it up,
if we're letting you know
there must
not
be
to
some
watch
value
it, it's
to
because
it.
we understand that we didn't like it, or we understand that we might like it, but you might not like it.
Yeah.
Because it really fits a specific interest.
Both of the things he mentioned are things that he actually kind of enjoyed. Where straight up, even for me,
I
like,
think
with,
Monster Musume is hilarious.
Yeah, for me, kids like sis enjoy the fuck out of it when I was 14. Didn't like when I was 16 and 17. But my mind changed, and then able to do a proper comparison to understand why I don't like Sword Art Online. I'm just not gonna ever like that show. Oh man, whatever. But of course, I'm glad you guys were able to join us on this wonderful podcast.
As always.
We do enjoy making these. We actually get to drink ever so subtly, ever so slowly, ever so gracefully, and whatnot. We actually, also I got to try a bunch of different type of drinks. Even though my Chinese zodiac sign says I should slow down with alcohol, which I am going to listen to now after last night. So
yeah, we did it today. So.
So I'm going to start listening to that now. I'm going to let you know. The Chinese zodiac is really interesting. It's really, I'm actually surprised at how dead on it is. Where the Western astrology is kind of like wishy-washy unless you go in depth with it, which does, which I'm not gonna, but you got to do a bunch of work.
Rising, moon, sun.
Yeah, I'm not doing all that. But anyway, yeah, that's enough.
Mars, Venus.
I'm not doing all that. Why do we have to make it more complicated? Chinese figured it out.
Yeah,
but
the Chinese figured it out. But Chinese, they kind of always had it figured out.
Yeah, bastards. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure that if you were to look for an asteroid, the asteroid that struck our planet to wipe out the dinosaurs, it's probably somewhere in China.
They know shit. Anyway, I hope we see you guys next week because we like getting drunk up here on the roof and whatnot.
We do. We like getting drunk up here inside the night air. We like to tell you guys about manga and anime. So
you notice, we definitely brought blankets though because it's chilly up here.
It's chilly up here, so we got some blankets. Anyways, because I gotta get pee too.
Yeah,
so.
I do too. So we gotta
unlock the bathrooms for us.
Okay,
so,
awesome.
Thank you guys so much for joining us on the Nomikai podcast, where we will be seeing you every single week on the weekends because we like to get fucked up. And we will catch you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's go do this shit.
Yeah, I gotta.